はい、それでは芸術総合講座5を始めたいと思います。本日は、ボスニア・ヘルツェゴビナのアートシーンとワゴンギャラリーというタイトルで、イシドラ・ブランコビッチさんをお迎えして、お話を伺いたいと思います。彼女の説明を少し簡単にさせていただきますと、ギャラリスト、アーティスト、パフォーマーで、マニュアル科美術アカデミーを卒業した後、ワゴンギャラリーを、立ち上げて、学生などの若手アーティストの支援や活動の場所を提供しているという、非常に、まあ、今話を聞きたいという、方に今日来ていただけたので、学生の皆さんも、そういう部分を聞いてもらって、自分の活動の場を広げるいい機会にしてもらえたらなと思います。それでは大成さんよろしくお願いします。
はい、よろしくお願いします。インストラクターの大成です。ですね、今回はボスニアからのバゴンギャラリーで、バゴンギャラリーのギャラリストをされてますイシドラさんをお呼びしました。ですね、イシドラさんは25歳ということで学生卒業してすぐにギャラリーを立ち上げて、自身がアーティストをしながらギャラリストもされています。またギャラリーの中ですごく定期的にディスカッションをしたりとか、ワークショップされたりとかっていう、そういうそのアート展示をするだけじゃない、いろんなその文化的なことをサロン的な感じでね、されているっていうのを拝見して、学生の皆さんにとっても、もう学生のうちから作家をして、で、ギャラリーに所属したりとか、ギャラリーと付き合ったりとか、もしくはこうやってギャラリーを開設したりっていうことをしたりして、社会と向き合ったりとか、アートのその産業の中で、自分と社会との距離感をいろいろ試行錯誤している、そういう彼女にすごく興味を持ったので、今回お呼びさせていただきました。ですので、皆様にもね、学生の方にも年齢も近いですし、ポジション的にもね、近いと思うので、ぜひいろいろ刺激になればなと思ってます。ボスニアのね、美術の状況とかっていうのは日本とも随分違うでしょうし、社会情勢、ギャラリーのこと、そうでしょうね、この生活スタイルとかも多分いろいろ違うと思うので、その違いも何か感じられたらなと思っております。それでは早速行ってみましょう。はい、OK, Isidora, thank you so much for coming here today.
Thank you.
All right, so
Okay.
now we a little bit explain about you, so please go ahead for your lecture.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Isidora Brankovic and I'm a conceptual artist and director at Vagon Gallery in Banja Luka, Bosnia-Herzegovina. It is a great honor for me to be here with you and talk about the art scene of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Today I will talk about Bosnian artists who broke the boundaries, opportunities for young artists here, and the Academy of Arts University in Banja Luka. In this lecture, you will learn about the main points of development in visual culture in Bosnia and Herzegovina at the end of the 20th and beginning of the 21st century. I will start with the end of the presentation and introduce the Vagon Gallery through a video that my team and I have made to help better understand my context here. The Vagon Gallery was created out of genuine need for a contemporary art space where artists can receive the necessary education in addition to production and exhibition practices. At the Academy of Arts, many artists fear the death of their art after graduation. So this fear is definitely justified, given that there is neither systematic support nor individual support for art. The Vagon Gallery has become a space for fighting for artists' rights and better conditions for creation. So let's take a look in video.
Vagon Gallery is a gallery dedicated to contemporary art. It arises from the intense need for a space for contemporary art that provides professional support to young artists. Vagon Gallery started its operation on June 15, 2022, and since then has been actively working on affirming young contemporary artists, artistic productions, as well as connecting and expanding contemporary art in Bosnia and Herzegovina. In its representations, it counts promising young artists from Bosnia and Herzegovina and the region. Since its existence, there have been realized in the first year of existence, there have been realized 14 exhibitions, 14 expert-led tours through exhibitions, 10 performances, and expert lectures. We attach special importance to the Artist Talk platform, where together with artists and culture experts, we discuss current issues concerning the position of artists today. This year, the focus of the Prostor organization is on networking artists and galleries, educating young artists and audiences in the field of contemporary art and its practices, and creating an educated audience. The goals of Vagon Gallery are to empower the contemporary art scene and collaborate with similar organizations and galleries worldwide, stemming from the intense need for gallery space and cooperation in the artist-gallery relationship. Vagon Gallery works on raising the quality of production for young artists, their education, and providing opportunities for the growth and development of their artistic practices. The difficult position of young artists in Bosnia and Herzegovina, in the absence of infrastructure and space for affirmation, did not allow for individual artistic development, leading many to give up on pursuing art. Our goal is to network with other organizations to provide opportunities for international exposure and strengthen resources for their future development. We pay special attention to artistic projects that respond to current and important questions of contemporary society, such as ecology, bioart, political and economic influences, and gender equality. Considering that the art is the language of the whole world, we encourage artists to collectively address important social issues and thereby stimulate the audience to think.
Hi, my name is Isidora Brankovic and I'm a conceptual artist and director at Vagon Gallery. I was born on October 1st, 1999 in Banja Luka, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and this is where I live, work and create. I graduated intermediate arts at the Academy of Fine Arts University in Banja Luka. I express myself through performance, video art, photography, painting and installation. Through art, I question moral borders. I believe that what defines my work is rawness, taboos and a high libido. Through irony, I depict the state of consciousness, contemporary society and dogma in general. My exploration of different characters and state of consciousness carries a touch of spirituality and strong individualism. The location where I create my works affirm this statement. As I choose place from my personal topography, such as the abounded Insel factory and the Medenopole, which at one point served as an escape from the city and a place for weekend cottages, but later became something entirely different due to industrialization. I present them as essential factors in my works. Without separating myself from the marginalized, like while conveying others' experience, I explore the hidden in the everyday and bring to life the consequence of post-social reality through immersion. The motive of ideology shaping everyday lives dominate my pieces. Behind elaborate narratives that impose beliefs to defend poor living conditions, there is no room for reflection if one must firmly fight for a predetermined goal. Within my exhibition works, the version emerges as a unifying motive intended to attract attention, while social and economic insecurity lurks in the background.
My work is engage the issues of the relationship between man and nature. by asking the question, who is in the crosshair? I try to provoke the observer in the direction of the empathy of the world, environment, and its preserving. In my work, I often use dying part of nature that she herself reacted. The nature itself becomes my atelier.
Hello, my name is Daniel Cetovic and I'm a graphic designer at Vagon Gallery. I work with artists and I prepare posters and visuals for their exhibitions. I studied in grammar school from 2017 to 2021 and now I'm at Faculty of Graphic Design. Our teams, I focus on the work where teams are such as youth, activism and culture, and social issues and contemporary art. I mainly work in digital media in programs such as Illustrator and Photoshop, but I also incorporate the analog part of the design into my work, such as hand drawing and analog illustrations. It's very rewarding to see my works represented at the exhibitions in Vagon Gallery and to see them as visual ambassadors for the visual artists and young artists in Vagon Gallery and their work. I have the opportunity to work with artists and to feel my artistic drive in the dialogue with them, and it's no matter if I do illustration or typography or anything, it's just a beautiful experience to be part of this.
My name is Vagon Milošević. I am an artist and a postgraduate student at Banja Luka's Academy of Fine Arts. And I am one of the artists that's represented by the Vagon Gallery. My artistic practice is mostly based around photography, mainly analog photography, since the use of film enables me a more subtle approach to my subjects. And the very process of making the analog photography asks of you to be more focused and delicate. And it's in some kind of way like a mindfulness practice. Thematically, my main idea is the exploration of the ways in which this medium can influence the viewer as well as the artist that creates it. And my subjects are mostly elements of nature, which I then sublimate through the photographic medium, as well as spatial installations, objects, and very relations between them in space.
Hello, my name is Tajana Dedić-Starović and I am a multimedia and performance artist based in Banja Luka, Bosnia-Herzegovina. I mainly work in photography and videography and mostly through certain female gaze, and through my artistic practice I usually explore themes as femininity, female sexuality, girlhood, and sometimes mental health. A big part of my artistic practice consists of psychological and philosophical themes, which I usually like to explore in a certain provocative way, which I believe actually somehow challenges my viewers and actually challenges them to create a different reality from something they already know. Being a proud owner of a bachelor degree in psychology actually helped me a lot in my own self-taught path of becoming an artist, because all the knowledge I gathered from my psychological practice actually I used in creating different concepts in my artistic practice, and also it helped me to create some bigger themes and the projects actually that I explored through my work. and the center of my earlier artistic practice, which also continues nowadays, are actually self-portraits, because somehow I put myself as my own main subject in order to create that provocative manner that I was actually interested in my early days. And later on, as I continued working more and more, I also started working with other people, and then I somehow I'm trying to gather that the most important part of that working with other subjects is actually that connection that happens during that certain work. So there is a lot of psychology, a lot of philosophy in my work, and I'm very comfortable with that, because those are the things that are very important to my core being. Also, I'm one of the artists that are represented by Vagon Gallery.
I'm Katarina Borevic, and I'm a student at the Academy of Arts in Banja Luka. I study printmaking, but besides being a student, I'm also an assistant in Vagon Gallery, where I get to help with overall the preparation work of behind the scenes of exhibitions overall, where I get really an opportunity to meet a lot of different artists and get an insight in the art world overall, which I have kind of yet to step in. When it comes to my work itself, as I said, I mostly do printmaking, and my prints are mostly thematically based on mythological creatures. I use different mythologies as references to kind of create new characters and, let's say, create a new world, kind of a new world through my prints. Besides printmaking, I'm also very interested in a contemporary scene overall. I'm quite interested in specifically textile art and also video art, and I hope to explore textile art in a way that I can bring textile art and printmaking together. I'm also interested, and I do jewelry design and also fashion design. So my artistic experiences of that, of kind of combining multiple media's techniques and stuff in kind of creating one specific atmosphere, one ambient. I'm very interested thematically also in very quite feminine themes, but also kind of creating that, let's say, kind of creepy environment, putting something very beautiful in something very, well, let's say, creepy.
Hello, my name is Dejan Saracic. I'm a visual artist living and working in Sarajevo, Bosnia-Herzegovina. I've studied printmaking at the Academy of Fine Arts in Sarajevo, where I got my master's degree back in 2018. I've had the pleasure to exhibit at numerous occasions in Bosnia and Herzegovina and worldwide even, and my work so far has been awarded with 8 awards. I think what I do is best described as visual art, portraiture, using combined techniques of painting, printmaking, and drawing. And sometimes I also like to do digital media, which involves mostly small animations, which I do from my pieces, and soundscapes, which I create to help elevate the work. I discovered back in 2019 that I want to have sound in my exhibitions, and I think sound greatly improves the overall experience you would get from being at an exhibition. So that's when I started to create my own little compositions, which are fitting some of the work and some of the wall pieces I create. If I had to talk thematically about my work, I would say it's mostly portraiture. And what I'm really trying to portray is always some kind of demonized or dehumanized aspects of our existence. And I find it's very important for us as human beings to connect with our imperfections, especially given the age of social media and this forced perfection that we are all living in. I think it's very important for us to see that we are not perfect and to embrace our imperfections, because for humanity in general, that's the only way to learn and to go forward. I also think that work like this speaks very clearly about, or in the borders of, a very complex social and political situation which we have going on in Bosnia and Herzegovina. I think that art and culture are our biggest tools to connect actually in this country, and we should embrace the artistic life, because it's the only aspect of our existence where true diversity really helps enrich us. For me, art has always been a medium of communication. A good art piece, in my opinion, is living on even after its creation, and so a good artist should be able to create a work which speaks to the audience and which can evolve into something else. It should be always to a degree universal. Since last year, I've been working with Vagon Gallery in Banja Luka. I have to say that I'm very proud with our collaboration, and I'm very happy to have found young people which are working to elevate our artistic and cultural scene, especially in Bosnia and Herzegovina, especially in such a as I said, political and social climate. It's not easy to work in the field of culture, and culture is mostly here also demonized to a degree, and that's why I think we have to combine our forces and to work to be part of the global art scene, and to get our artists shown and to get their stories told.
Oh, that's amazing. It's so great that those young artists in the Vagon Gallery is speaking so well in English, of course, and also verbalizing what they're thinking about and the concept of what they are doing. And it's great. They are really describing well.
Yeah, English is really very important for us, because in our country we don't have some opportunities, and we can't work in professional way with art, and without English we can't make art in galleries or some states. Yes.
But the Bosnian language is really understood by other nationalities, like, for example, Serbian people understand Bosnian language, or other countries, or not?
Yeah. Our situation in a country is very difficult. We have three language, same language, but different titled.
Okay.
So names we have Bosnian, Croatian, and Serbian. So it's we speak that language just in Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Serbia. So Slovenian can understand Serbian. Yeah, and Macedonian. Yeah.
Okay, Macedonian too. Okay. Anyway, the English is the really important language to explore to the world. Yeah.
Yeah, in our country it's important English and German is same. A lot of people go to Germany to work, to find a job, and yeah, and work in Germany, and come here for holidays or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we have very fast migration from Bosnia-Herzegovina.
I see. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so please go ahead if you have some other things.
Okay. It is very important to talk about the contemporary scene of Bosnia and Herzegovina in order to understand the role of the Vagon Gallery. So in first, just a second, please. Okay, so first I need to explain the political situation in Bosnia and Herzegovina after war. So the political situation in Bosnia and Herzegovina is quite specific after war and divided into two entities. So we have the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina and the Republic of Srpska. I'm here in the Republic of Srpska. We are all close geography, so we are extremely distant in terms of cooperation. We live here with three different folks, different political practice and different regulation, three different language and political situation here. So my colleagues, gallery owners and artists strive to get closer to each other as much as possible. What specifically binds us is that there is almost no space for artists in any part of Bosnia and Herzegovina. There is no systematic support for culture. Consequently, gallery spaces and art markets are not developed. This is a map of Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm here in Banja Luka. Sarajevo is the center. Okay, in Bosnia and Herzegovina, there are even 4 academies in Banja Luka. Yes, in Banja Luka, Trebinje, Sarajevo, and Široki Brijeg. In the continuation of the lecture, I will give you the main pages of the functioning of the Academies of Art in Trebinje, Široki Brijeg, and Sarajevo, with the focus of the lecture being on the Academy of Arts, University of Banja Luka. I attended that academy and can't provide you with the most information. This is the Academy of Fine Arts in Sarajevo. And the academy was founded in 1972 by Bosnian and Herzegovinian visual artists. The founders of academy, also the first professors, Muhamed Karamehmedovic, an art historian and the first dean of the academy. So we have Nada Pivac, academic painter, Alija Pučkalović, academic sculptor. Mersad Berber is the most popular. He is academic painter. Boro Aleksić, academy painter too, and Zdenko Grgić, academy sculptor, together with other respected artists, professors, and cultural workers, recognize the need and importance of establishing an artistic educational institution in the context of affirming visibility and for the development of the cultural artistic scene, public and cultural life in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Since 1981, the Academy of Fine Arts has been operating in a renowned and adapted building of the former Evangelical Church. built during the Austro-Hungarian monarchy in 1999. So plans of the architect Karl Pajic. During the siege of Sarajevo, the Academy of Fine Arts did not cease its work and was the main venue for cultural events. We see a build of Academy of Fine Arts in Trebinje. Academy of Fine Arts in Trebinje was established as a separate unit of the Academy of Fine Arts in Sarajevo in 1995. At the beginning of its work, there is only a painting department, and after 2 years, a department for graphic design was also formed. So far, the Academy has enrolled 27 generation of students, with 297 students successfully graduating. In this first cycle of studies, 216 students graduated, and in the second cycle of studies, 27. In the department of painting, graphic design, sculpture, and graphics. Graphics is a print making. So the Academy is located in the cultural center of Trebinje. It's a very interested space, art space, culture space, transdisciplinary. They have activity like event for music, drama, theater, film, and painting or visual arts. So, which is a great center with a good program. In the screen, we can see Academy of Fine Arts Široki Brijeg. That's Academy University of Mostar. Was established in 1996 as a university in Mostar, just as the University of Mostar has its roots in Franciscan theology, which was founded in Mostar in 1895. So the Academy of Fine Arts in Široki Brijeg derives in roots from the Franciscan gallery and the artistic atmosphere that formed around it. The initiators of the idea of establishing the Academy were the leading figures of the Franciscan gallery. We start with Academy of Fine Arts University in Banja Luka. I graduated that academy in intermediate arts. So this is
Can
our.
I ask you?
Yeah.
How many art universities exist in Bosnia right now? Like there are many, 5 universities.
Yeah, we have 4 universities.
4 universities.
Luka, or 3. Just a second. University of Banja Luka, University of Sarajevo, and University of Mostar. Yeah, 3.
And
we
Bosnia
have.
has only 3. How many millions populations do in Bosnia? 3-4 millions?
Bosnia and Herzegovina been from many years university center for students from Serbia, Croatia, Macedonia. Yeah, but now today we live very political difficult situation, and people don't have a job, money, or
Okay.
normal life. So that university is very, very small number of students.
Or how many, for example, like 260 you said, or how many students in one art university?
Oh, I don't know, university. In university we have many faculty. So academy is one of that number. So in academy, in one generation, we have maybe 50 students.
50 students. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, the Academy of Arts in Banja Luka consists of 3 study cycles: the Drama Academy, the Fine Arts Academy, and the Music Academy. I will focus more on the establishment of the Fine Arts Academy, so direction at the Academy of Arts, which emerged along with the Academy itself in 1999. At that time, it was a revolutionary move and was located in the former military barracks. And the founding professors who thought future art teachers at the pedagogical faculty and established artists in the former Yugoslavia Garder. The decision to establish the Academy of Arts was made by the National Assembly of the Republic of Srpska on July 5th, 1999. So the need for trained personnel in the field of arts, the lack of an institution where young artists and talented people could acquire knowledge and skills in artistic categories. In conjuration with the desire and enthusiasm of artists and professors, resulted in the establishment of the higher education institution that would operate in the field of dramatic, musical, and fine arts. So at the Fine Arts Academy, there are departments for painting, graphic design, graphics, animation, and intermedia art. This is our department for the painting. This barracks is a military from VAR.
Military. Okay.
Yeah. This is a painting studio.
Nice.
Yeah, this department for graphic design and graphics. Yeah, that's some traditional things. Animation, and this is my department for new media or intermedia art. Okay, one of the founders of the Academy of Arts at the University of Banja Luka, when it comes to the fine arts direction, is professor and conceptual artist Vesa Sovid, who through his work and dedication dedicated many students who are now globally recognized artists. Sovid, who was one of the most talented individuals in the ex-Yugoslavia art scene of the 1980s, and who, despite the Balkan War, chose to stay in Bosnia, has long been concerned with the condition or position of artists and the arts in the country today. The relationship between art, artists, political states, and society. The question of what is art today, as well as with the topics of isolation. So he uses all available media, from drawing, painting, print, video, subject, sculpture, to installation, performance, and environment work. And I was also his last student at the academy. This is his work for mouse. This is in Museum of Contemporary Art. The founder of the Department of Intermediate Art is artist and Professor Mladen Miljanovic. He's born in Zenica, Yugoslavia in 1981. He completed secondary school in Doboj. After secondary school, he attended the Reserve Officer School, where he attained the rank of sergeant. As a sergeant during his military service, he trained 20 soldiers. He enrolled at the Academy of Arts in Banja Luka, where he finished his bachelor's and master's degrees in painting. So in 2023, he defended his PhD thesis in new media at the University of Arts Belgrade. Basis this his artistic practice as an educator, he works as a full professor teaching new media at the Academy of Arts University of Banja Luka. At the beginning of his art practice, he was included in the international selection of artists under 23, Younger Than Jesus Artist Directory by New Museum curators Laura Hoffman and Massimiliano Gianni. He has practiced in various group shows, including the 55th Venice Biennale. He has also held solo show and project at Mumok, Vienna, Gallery MC New York, ACB Gallery in Budapest, and others. So his control and proactive approach often questions his surroundings and living conditions. His work is influenced by his experience growing up during the war and its aftermath in destroyed, impoverishment, ethnically and territorially divided, and external isolation country. So his formal education, including his work as a Thompson workshop, impacted his work as an artist. The consequence of the war and the language he gained in the military school from the basic reference of his art. From being a painter, he now combines performative and conceptual strategies in a pluralist, socially engaged, and subversive contemporary art approach. Art is not the goal, but rather a tool is his approach. So on the screen, we can see some of his work. This is his latest exhibition and artistic project, Real-Time Monument. Real-Time Monument includes research that takes as a subject the media distribution of the representation of death on the one hand, and forms of post-death representation of new media device in the form of stone engraved objects on the other hand. The focus of the research of the media representation of communicating the context of death is the time period from 2020 to the currently 2021. These 2 years are the period in which the COVID-19 pandemic caused death, and the central topics is almost all media. He consequently articulate and position this rule of death at the COVID-19 pandemic and the most significant media and global events after Second World War. So the works and the combinate whole through which the object of artist researching and manifested are the combination of literal anticipation of the forms of new media device formed in materials most often used for temporary or permanent commemoration of death as a form of interior reverences of monuments. In that sense, this is exhibition questions media form of communication death. But also artistic experiment of the possibility of what the artist calls a real monument, which would mean that traumatic events is normalized in the process of its occurrence. What are the social, political, or cultural media space of death? That is, their definition speak more about naked work, naked life, and how much life as such is imbued with the idea of fear of death today. How is that articulated through the canals of modern communication, and how is distributed? So with the idea of fear communication, and how is distributed through the media. In these works, the position of death as position of potential or resources are questioned, but also to what extent death, like rice, has become a commodity in the world of capital. So the entire ambient installation seeks to explore representation or images of life that become externals of death with the assumption that where life ceases, the image of representation continues to live.
On the screen, we can see the exhibition Real-Time Monument, and this is artworks at exhibition that looks like.
Nice.
And this is a work entitled Future, presents a piece of black granite adorned with eponyms engraven and supported by crutches. Future's portrait is made of violence. It looks like a tombstone, a dead, long forgotten possibility lost in the infinite, starry sky of the cosmos. But Future stands like a man, leaning against the wall and staring at us, the present. Future is a wounded man whose image projects the bleak and uneasy perspective of a physically and psychologically traumatized humanity's future. So Future is or should be full of hope, truth, without any pathos. The work makes a clear statement. With the present, have all the keys in hand not to turn future into winded, lame perspective or worse, to bury it. This work titled Do You Intend to Lie to Me? This is a video work film. So for the film, Do You Intended to Lie to Me? Miljanovic used certain tests to push the viewer into the world of brutal reality of Bosnia-Herzegovina. So members of a special police unit stormed cafe, arrest a man and escorted him to a police station in handcuffs, while the entire operation was monitored from above by helicopters. An interrogation ensues. So detail of the suspected life are revealed with 26 questions. So the audience feels as if they are standing on the other side of a one-way mirror in the interrogation room. so they can hear the suspections replays and are offered a brief look at the lie detector results. This is a photo documentation of that performance and second art video work or film. So the suspected is Veso Savil. I talk about him when we start a presentation. He's our professor and mentor. So he's a mentor of Mladen Miljanovic when he was a student. So the suspected is Veso Savil, an artist and professor at Academy Art in Banja Luka. He's the mentor of young artists, I said that. So Miljanovic recorded a simulation of Savil's arrest and interrogation. So to make the film as realistic as possible, Miljanovic decided to work with professionals, in the case, members of the Republic of Srpska Special Police. So the artist's professor was not informed about the project, not was he aware that he would have a leading role in the film. After the filming was completed, Miljanovic entered the interrogation room and explained that the purpose of the project was to mark the 20 years of his mentor's artistic work. Upon hearing Miljanovic explain, Savil was really thrilled. Miljanovic was the first representative from the Republika of Srpska within the pavilion of Bosnia and Herzegovina at the 55th Venice Biennale, when the pavilion garden of declars produced by the Museum of Contemporary Art of Republic of Srpska, was declares one of the 10 best pavilions in the Biennale in 2013. In 2014, he was also the first artist to represent the Republic of Srpska in the pavilion of Bosnia-Herzegovina at the 5th International Architecture Exhibition, La Biennale di Venezia, with his work Biomechanoid. He is also the first artist from Republic of Srpska to have a solo exhibition in the United States, including the exhibition Living Monument at the Museum of Contemporary Art, Chicago, and the exhibition Light Interval at the AC Institute at New York. So Mladen Miljanovic left a significant mark on the work of young artists who live and create abroad. In that regard, I would highlight a generation of students who took the course in intermedia art, including Selma Selman, Mila Panic, Sasha Tatic, and Nikola Kekerovic is a first generation who been at intermedia, Selma Selman is from Bosnia and Herzegovina and of Romani origin. She obtained her Bachelor of Fine Arts in 2014 from the Department of Painting at the University of Banja Luka. In 2018, she graduated from Syracuse University with a Master of Fine Arts in Transmedia, Visual and Performing Arts. In her artwork, her ultimate goal is to protect and enable female bodies and act in cross-scalar approach to collective self-emancipation of oppressed women. Selma's quest for functional contemporary political residence stems from her personal experience of oppression from various directions and scales. Selma is also the founder of the organization Get the Heck to School, which aim to empower Roma girls around the world who face ostracization and poverty. Selma Salman currently resides and works in Amsterdam now. She had made a significant leap in the art world, but she's also an example of great struggle. Mila Panic, this is a performance of Selma Salman, and that's her installation with paintings. This is a car. Okay, Mila Panic is a Bosnian-born artist and stand-up comedian based in Berlin. Her practice ranges from personalized documentation to highly poetic visual and discursive elements, from drawing to found footage, photographs, and stand-up comedian. This creates a cycle that interprets the various inheritance of migration by providing glimpses into the consequence of the process itself, revealing what is not documented, shaping the whole picture and unmasking the different cultural narratives, subtly exacting the in the very idea of migration. So all of them connected by the Zvono Award they received at different times. The Zvono Award, this is work of Sasha Tatic and Nikola Kikirovic, but now we don't talk about them. So Zvono Award. The Zvono Award is given annually based on a publicly announced competition of independent expert jurying. It is the most significant professional stimulation in Bosnia-Herzegovina, intended for young artists, involving a 2-month artistic residency at Residency Unlimited in New York. Science's establishment, the Zvono Award has been considered available professional reference and kind of motivation for dedication to the artistic profession. So it is a part of a broader network of participating organization called the Young Visual Artists Award from Central and Eastern Europe, including Albania, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Montenegro, Serbia, Croatia, Kosovo, Hungary, Slovakia, North Macedonia, and that's it. The award is organized and executed in partnership with the organization's Trust for Mutual Understanding and Residency Unlimited from New York. The award is named after the artistic group Zvono, which was the first contemporary art group in Bosnia and Herzegovina. The Zvono group was formed in 1982, creating a dialogue different from the local one in Bosnia and Herzegovina. The Zvono group includes Aleksandar Saša Bukvić, Biljana Gavranović, Sead Čizmić, Narcis Katarčić, Sadko Hadžihasanović, and Kemal Hadžić. One of them, Biljana Gavranović, is one of the founders of the Banja Luka Academy and the professor of painting. They are the pioneers of conceptual art in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and they present their work on the street, in the stadium, and under unexpected pace for art customers. Through their artistic engagement, they awaked a completely new trend of art in Sarajevo and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Currently, the Zvona Award is under the patronage of the Center of Contemporary Art Krak in Bihać, and the Vagon Gallery strives to promote the Zvona Award as much as possible. I'm also this year's curator of the award. The Center of the Contemporary Art Krak is an excellent example of professional activity in the field of visual arts. The idea and motivation for starting Krak stem from the specific political, social, and cultural condition of the environment in which it operates. The main characteristics of this environment are the neglected industrial past, ethno-national conflict, post-war, post-traumatic experience, poverty, and depopularization. Krak is an urgent response to the ongoing crisis and social environment in the country, believing that culture, science, and art can and should be drivers of social change. As such, Krak aims to position itself as a platform for alternative learning, collaboration, and coexistence, focusing on contemporary artistic strategies and innovative protocols in the field of contemporary culture. So this one award is extremely important for young artists in Bosnia-Herzegovina because it creates opportunity for connect and growth in the field of art. The word connecting is often in our speech, and it represents a prime example of very limited possibilities in Bosnia and Herzegovina. The lack of collector awareness, galleries, and opportunities for professional engagement in art gives the only chance for survival. Actually leaving Bosnia and Herzegovina or collaboration with other country. So the establishment of the Vagon Gallery is an intense struggle to provide opportunities for young artists and create networks where we can present the art of Bosnia and Herzegovina in other parts of the world, as well as world art in Bosnia and Herzegovina, creating a cultural environment and specific artistic scene. What specifically binds us is that there is almost no space for artists in any part of Bosnia and Herzegovina. So there is no systematic support for culture. Consequently, gallery spaces and art markets are not developed. So this is accompanied in the fact that Vagon Gallery is the only contemporary art gallery in Republika Srpska. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, we have 2, 3, but we have a center of culture, but gallery for contemporary art is just the 2 in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And great professors at the Academy of Arts strive to create these opportunities for their students. One of these is Borjana Mrđa, a visual artist and painting professor at the Academy of Arts, is a great example to these awards through the project Interaction, which gives prospective final year academy students the opportunity to collaborate with curators and artists from Belgrade, Serbia. Borjana Mrđa, in her own artistic practice, deals with various types of production, use meaning and appearance of the body image in time and space. The media she uses is this process: drawing, painting, object or sculpture, video, and animation. In addition to her significant work, artistic work, and contribution to the Academy of Arts, Borjana Mrđa has realized her artistic engagement through a series of exhibition and project aboard. So Yeah, on the screen, we look at his art practice. This artwork titled Memnonic Matri. This is a white cotton shirt. Is the family heritage item. So the first time she wore this shirt was just before the death of her grandmother, who gave it she for safekeeping. It was worn by women from her mother's side for several generations. The dress was their daily civilization skin, indirectly and indirectly inscribed. The history of their temporal and spatial classness is partly known, but there's also no language of their individual or intimate histories. The shirt remains a silent witness. The shirt has lost its bodies and space in which it had defined function. Its context change through time in which it resides. Since the Asians' customs are vaguely extinct now, our tradition is reduced to a small number of these who remember. And the role and position of women today have changed significantly. So wearing a dress or shirt like this on a daily basis would be in contrast with today hyper consumerism attitude to clothing process, caring and nurturing. Individuation as a process of conferring or localizing collective consequence to an individual, a process that precedes religion of an individual in its entirety, a phase of separation from universal consequence according to Gilbert Simon's theory of the individuation process. Clothing or dress is seen as a possible form of civilization individuals, the boundary between nature and human historical social construction. Clothing is taken as a carrier of civilization identity in the sense of artificially produced protective skin that shields and covers natural skin and gives the body its historical, social, and cultural determinants. The method that she used in constructing painting or object and disassembling clothes, dresses is opposite to individualism. So in the formal sense of the word, but it is essential reciprocally because it is the bringing back of the shaped tailored garment item to a collective state and universal surface. So with the process of a dress being disassembled and connecting with other disassembled clothes in the form of a painting, its function and value are recycled. The idea of this method of such hybrid painting weaving is partly roots in Arachni's unconventional approach to weaving. So she scratched disassembled family female dresses on a frame, connect them all to genealogical demerson surface and further unify them by weighting them, which can be seen as a state pre-exciting any colors or as a initial stage of individual format. And this is
Nice.
Kim Miodrag Manojlović is new professor at the Academy of Fine Arts. He joined the intermediate art department 2 years ago. He graduated in painting from the Academy of Fine Arts, University of Banja Luka, and he earned his master's degree in stage design at the interdisciplinary studies at the University of Arts in Belgrade. He works in the field of drawings and animation, exploring multilingual forms of communication. Through image and sounds, he searched from the roots of creating and emotions, keeping the observer's imagination in certifiably. Together with Professor Mladen Miljanović, he mentors a student in the field of intermediate art. What is particularly interesting in this combination is the different syntheses of the two mentors. Mladen is quite practical in his approach and requires great discipline in both knowledge and creation, while Miodrag Manojlović nurtures emotions and intuition in creation and creating a light, friendly atmosphere full of artistic action with students. So the artists, we have the opportunity to hear at the Academy of Fine Arts give hope to students that there is possibly of artistic development even after completing the academy, which is most cases never happens in reality. So the Academy of Arts at the University of Banja Luka educates professional staff, which generally lacks space for development in Republika of Srpska. Considering that the Vagon Gallery is the only gallery space for contemporary art in the entire entity, development of culture apart from individual enthusiasm is almost non-existent. The art scene does not develop because there is no space, and young artists are massively giving up due to accidental difficulties. So systematic support for culture is extremely small and almost non-existent. Non-existent. So culture in Republika of Srpska as well as in Bosnia-Herzegovina as a whole rise or individuals who fighting for certain changes. Due to the very difficult political situation and widespread poverty through Bosnia-Herzegovina, culture is completely neglected and survives on development that ended at the beginning of the war. So art and culture continue to development in art rooms, student dormitories, and sometimes on the street. So this is, I will conclude the lecture with this. So thank you for listening.
Wow. Is it done?
Yes.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. It's not short. Yeah.
No. I'm just asking if this PDF is finished or still continue.
No. I think it's finished, but no, we have.
Oh, you have the Vagon Gallery, the photos. Okay, that's great. Please show us.
And that's it.
いや、いろいろ見せてもらいましたね。本当にポリティカのアートのところから、本当に大学のところから。龍太さんの方から何か質問とかコメントとか先にもしあったら聞いていこうかなと思います。ち
ょっと質問を少しさせてください。大丈夫かな、石田さん。
Yeah, so Isidora, we would like to ask you some questions about the presentations. Is it possible?
Okay.
Okay.
じゃあ何か聞かせてもらおう。
大学の作家さんの 作品の紹介があったと思うんですけど、どの作家もすごく繊細で、すごくテーマも、なんていうの、こう、ちょっと日本人に近い印象をちょっと受けて、例えば死のテーマだったり、見えてないものをこう見えるようにするとか、そういうなんかこう、ちょっとアジア的っていうのかな、なんかそういう印象を受けたんですけど、なんかそういうんものが国の歴史だったり、そういうものにこう関わってるのかなってちょっと思ったんで、聞きたいです。
Mm. Yeah, he would like to ask you some question. It was, yeah, thank you so much for presentation first. And he feels a little bit like, some similarity between the sense of the artist in Bosnia and Herzegovina and what he thinks is like Asian taste, like the concept is connecting somehow with like individual things or the thema with the death or invisible things or like the thema which you cannot see or something about death and so on, which is in sensitive way. So do you feel somehow like Asian context or the thema connecting with the artist in what you showed me in this the artist in university, artist who made the universities too? Yeah.
In Bosnia, we have many artists and we have a Ford Academy, but we don't have infrastructure for artists and artists who make art. Make a connection with galleries, with another artist, and that network is large. So at Academy of Fine Arts, I talk about professors, and they are make art. Make art boards. So many students, when listen their stories, have a hope to art like a professional job.
まあ今の言ったのはそのアートとして作家としてやって希望があるからっていうところなんですけど、まあアジアの的なところっていうのはちょっとコンセプトはキャッチできなかったんですけど。
すいません。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。Thank you very much.
Yes, somehow he feels like the concept of the artist have more like Asian texture or like Asian concept. Like he feels like not the European style, but like Asian way of thinking or philosophy, something like that. That's why he asked you some question about it.
Yes, in that new media development, we research every day and reading and research for context of our artistic practice. So this is a very important in conceptual contemporary art in Bosnia-Herzegovina. So we have just that. So
For example, the artist who had the copied of the surface of the texture.
Yes.
And this dress of the maternity or the lady. Yeah, it's really like something what you cannot see, like the body we don't see, but we see only the form. And this sensitive expression really fits on this the Japanese way of thinking.
Yeah.
On the other hand, of course, we saw a lot of the political concepts and so on, and it's a little bit difficult to ask you, but yeah, of course, here in Bosnia-Herzegovina had a lot of the political issue. It's impossible to compare with the Japanese political situation. and what's happening in last 30 years level, you know. So yeah, like in Bosnia areas like Balkan War, World War One, Two, and this the communist Yugoslavia time and Bosnian wars and so on. Even like 20, 30 years ago, it was still happening, right?
Yeah.
And the young artists who are young like you, 20, 30 years old, do you guys still have the effect of this the political problem, or political what's happening right now is affecting you?
Yeah, when I was just an artist, I don't know about political, and that's not been my job now. So when I was founder Vagon Gallery, political now is my everyday. So if Ministry of Culture is good and Vagon Gallery is good. So that's way of politic I need to know, but system is very difficult for directly for artists and culture centers, theaters, schools. It's very hard to make events because don't have support. And we have really little culture events and activities, and that's why we know about politics. So
about the Vagon Gallery, you said the Vagon Gallery is only one contemporary art gallery in Srpska and only two in the Bosnian side. Is it true?
Yeah.
That's quite surprising, you know. For example, even in Tokyo, there's a few hundred of contemporary art galleries, right? So it's a little bit shock, yeah. And it's super simple question. Why is it, and how it's like that?
It's very hard to fund a gallery, so it's easy to fund her, but how to just a second.
Yeah.
I need a word. Okay. How to keep that gallery and make activities and collaboration and make art scene in Bosnia and Herzegovina when Vagon is opened, and we have open call for young artists, and when it's done, the many artists from Serbia, Macedonia, Slovenia, Croatia knows for Vagon Gallery and need to and want to exhibition in Vagon Gallery and connection with Vagon Gallery. So that's very good thing, but this is there is a problem with support, and it's really difficult without money make activities.
I see. 飯田先生はそのサポートが全然ないということがギャラリーを運営していくことについて大変だっていうことと、まあ先ほど言われたようにギャラリーがね彼女のところが唯一のスルブスカ一つのところだっていうところなんだけど、こうやっぱサポートがないと難しいもんなんですか？
いやー、日本と同じだなと思いました、今聞いてて。日本はかろうじてアートマーケットがちょっとあるから、作品を売ってお金を、収入を得てギャラリーを回したりとかサポートするっていうことができるかもしれないけど、それが多分、マーケットがね、前回のもそうだけど、 ボスニアの人が話聞いた内容からすると、そういうマーケット的なものもないっていうこともある。やっぱりその大学に併設した若手を支援するギャラリーっていうのが、やっぱり唯一あるっていうのはすごく理解できるかなと思いますけど。
He still somehow thinks it's same like in Japan in a way about the support. Ryuta says that the galleries in Japan or the university, there are many of them. They can manage somehow, but also about they are not also satisfied about the support. But of course, as you said, only one gallery and two galleries in the south. It's wow, yeah, there should be more and they should be supported. And yeah, nice if you could sell artworks to the art collectors or the outside of Bosnia areas.
Yeah. In Bosnia, no, it's impossible. We don't have people. Yeah. So in Bosnia, we don't have people who buy art, and we can. We have a web shop, and people buy like that.
What about the, like, let's say senior artists, like Yugoslavian time artists, like 60 years, 70 years old painters, sculptors, and so on? How were they, and how are they now? And were like they were still surviving as artists from their young age till now for last 30, 40 years. How are they? And
artists who start work in 60s is professor at academy, and or Marina Abramovic. So that's it. And one of that artists is I don't know, Mladen Stilinovic. It's Croatian artist, but Yugoslavian then. Then its art scene is being a little bit interesting because our grandmothers and our mothers really learn about culture and go to culture activities and events, but now it's not like that. Before like 30, 40 years, every house have a painting on the wall. Now it's not so.
I see.
I think it's a problem with school system.
School systems, okay.
Yeah.
So, what if you're a director, let's say, what would you do for the schools? What do you change, or would you do if you could decide some system?
Yeah, our system is old from 19th century. And we have communism, socialism, capitalism, and the system is same. School system is same, but now in the Bosnia-Herzegovina is comparing and professors are comparing, and everybody can finish faculty, university, and that's a problem. But in high school or or elementary school, professors haven't time for individualism, and every discipline like math or art, musical, you have to know same. and that's really difficult because contemporary time or modern art where we are now is a little fast, and kids don't have that concentration, and just a system need for just to grow.
OK。子供の頃からこう美術教育ができるシステムっていうところなのかな。I see, I see. Thank you. 飯田先生、何か他にももしあったらどうぞ。なかったら俺が他のも質問します。
もう大丈夫かな。なんか一緒になんかやれたらいいなという話。
Yeah, it would be great when we could cooperate more. It's great to know. I ever heard about from you about the artist in residence in your gallery. Do you have this kind of system?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Can you
like
replay, please?
Artist in residence program. Like if artists from Japan can stay in the galleries and work and make exhibitions. This is called artist in residence, right?
Yeah.
And are you doing this activity?
Yeah. We have we organized residential activity in Gradiška. Gradiška is near Banja Luka. So there we have some building. It's a national monument. Named Gradska Vijećnica. So and there we organized residency, and it's really a fast way from Banja Luka to Gradiška and Gradiška to Banja Luka, and we have that two town and Rasers. So in Banja Luka. When we organized residence, artists be at the house near the gallery, and we organized the program. So.
Okay, that's nice to know. Okay, it's great to know about so many things from you, and like you said, it's about the art market or galleries and so on are not much enough developed, but it would have the possibilities in near future, which you are creating now. So I think, yeah, in 10 years, this Bosnian areas gonna develop more for the contemporary art market, contemporary art culture, and more young artists gonna coming up. Yeah,
I hope so. I don't know.
You think so? That's what you are making. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Because you are the first gallery.
I need it fast.
Yeah.
10 years is too much.
Too much, yeah. You have a lot of lectures, discussion in the galleries.
Yeah.
That's important.
Very important. Very important because really at intermediate art development we talk about art system, what we do after academy, and how to create exhibition, how to research for open calls to galleries and that things. What's our rights, status, or that thing? And I talk with young artists or not young artists about that thing, and we educated public and educated young artists about contemporary art and that practical way to a professional art system can go.
That's great. 飯田先生、ここら辺のそのプロフェッショナルなアーティストになるために、今の例えばコンペだ、展示の仕方だっていうこととかって、そういうことをレクチャー、ディスカッションとかっていうのでね、共有し合ったり教えてるっていうことなので、そういうことっていうのは、僕たちのね、飯田先生でも、大成でも、大学でもね、そういうことってもう、こんだけ何十年のね、経験とか知識っていうのがあるから、本当に共有してあげたら喜ぶんじゃないかなと思います。
本当にそうです。I'd like to write and do something together.
Yeah, we can share so many information to the Bosnian artists. Like you said, competitions or the exhibitions or the how to apply to the foundations. We artists or the schools have a lot of knowledge about it.
Here it's not a practice.
But in a way, it's great that you have such conference or the discussion to share the information in the gallery, because there are many Japanese gallery mostly do the exhibitions and the opening parties, but like you are doing this discussions and sharing information in the gallery as activity is quite important, and this is a cultural activity. Okay, great. Okay, so we are slowly trying to finish. If you have from your side some questions or some message or anything, do you have, or are you okay without?
Yeah, I'm really okay.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
a little tired, so
You had a great job. We soaked a lot of information, a lot of inspiration.
I hope you can understand me. My English is not so good.
We understood you everything, and we understood more than everything. Your passions, your message. Those are also really important. So 飯田先生、じゃあ終わりの方に向かいましょうか。
はい。じゃあこれで今日は、石ドラさんをお迎えして、授業を終えました。また質問があったら、書いて送らせていただくので、皆さん今日の授業をまた参考にして、勉強を進めていきましょう。ありがとうございました。大成さんも今日はありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございました。
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much.